Welcome to the 2025 MEAC Basketball Tournament post-game press conference. With us now are the Bulldogs of South Carolina State, head coach Eric Martin and Omar Krosky. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Martin, followed by questions from the media.
Obviously, we were better today. So I thought we had energy, and I was very critical of them after the game on Wednesday, even though we won, because I thought we didn't have any energy, and we were better than that, and I was probably harder on Omar than anyone else. But I always say Omar's the grown-up on our team. I can yell at him, scream at him. He'll just look at me and say, "I got you, coach." And I knew he would play better today. So kudos to him. Kudos to the entire team. You wanna come out and try and crush their hope of staying with you, and we did that the first half. To their credit, they came back in the second half, and although they didn't cut it to single digits, but they made it for some anxious moments for me. So I'm glad we got this win, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Coach, you guaranteed after Wednesday that this team would be better, and they were started off that have 25-4 due to the press and whatnot. Can you just talk about your press?
Yeah, we just try to try and put ball pressure on whoever has the ball and rotate up. And I think we do that every day, so our guys are used to doing that. And you add in the fact that I got 11 guys I trust, sometimes 12 to play, I can just keep rotating them in. And some nights we don't have it offensively, but I know defensively we're going to get some steals, and eventually that wears teams down, unless you got 11 or 12 guys. So it is I did it at West Virginia when it was Press Virginia, but I tried to do that my first year. I didn't have the personnel. Last year I did, because I got guys like Omar in who are not only gifted offensively but have some defensive integrity. So it's a perfect match. 12 guys playing as hard as they can. When you're tired, come out and let someone else come in. We keep doing that. We'll be fine moving forward.
This is for Omar. So you came in and coached your second year, correct? Last year was your first year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. What was it that coach that made you believe in coach and believe in this program to where you guys are now, right on the door of the championship game?
I would just say like the year prior, I didn't play. I missed the season, so he gave me an opportunity. So that's all it took for me to trust him and believe in what he do.
Question for Omar. Obviously, it was rough on Wednesday, but 30 points. Just talk about that. Talk about like the zone you were in, shooting the ball, shooting the three ball, shooting the midi. Just talk about the zone you were in. Just also trying to obviously improve on what happened on Wednesday.
Yeah. So I just try to adjust. I know I had a bad game, so I know I had to perform today. So I just gave it my all out there today.
All right, this question's for Omar as well. This kind of reminded me of the Howard game at Howard when you caught fire. The next game you were a little quieter. How do you maintain this momentum with the biggest game of the year coming up?
Yeah, I feel like our team, we have a lot of players, so it could be anybody night. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not my night, it's okay. I can get it on defense, or as long as we get the win, that's all that really matters.
And Coach, 43-10 on bench points. I mean, we talking about your depth now, but could you have scripted it up any better than this in terms of your bench play?
No, not at all. And as I said, not only after the game, but on Thursday, we had a couple of, I don't know the right word to use. I got after the entire team again and said, fellas, I understand we were all a little anxious on Wednesday, myself included. And I think I said this on Wednesday after the game. I needed to be better too. I don't think my energy was right. And they feed off my energy. So I made sure today I had a lot of juice going. And they were ready. I think the day off was perfect for us. They got to come in here yesterday, watch the other teams play, see the atmosphere from a fan's point of view. And I think it kind of made them look forward to playing today even more.
Championship games tomorrow. Just How do you get your mindset going on from what you did today and transfer it to tomorrow?
Yeah, their goal has always been to win the MEAC and play in the NCAA tournament. And as I told them after the game, we're one step from your goal. I want what's best for you. I remember when we won a piece of the championship, we beat Central, and I think the best part of the night was me sitting down watching those guys climb up the ladder and cut off the net, cut down piece of the net. That was better than anything. So I told them, fellas, if we do this, when we do this, this will be multiply that feelings times 10, because not only are you getting a championship, you get to play in the NCAAs, which I don't know, maybe it's been 20, 21 years since we've been there. So we got to get back. We got to watch some film. We got to ice down and just be ready for tomorrow. I think they'll have the same energy tomorrow because it's a championship atmosphere, and maybe it's better that it's in Norfolk and we're playing Norfolk. We're good on the road. We're good on the road. So even though this is allegedly a neutral spot, we know the crowd's going to be pro Norfolk tomorrow.
Are there any remaining questions from the media? That will conclude our post-game press conference. Good luck to you tomorrow in the championship game.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 2025 MEAC basketball tournament post-game press conference. With us now is North Carolina Central University and head coach Lavelle Moten. We will begin with opening remarks from Coach Moten, followed by questions from the media.
You know, not a lot to say. I think the game was decided in the first 10 minutes. I don't know if it was our legs or lack of energy and them getting a day of rest, but they came out energetic and they brought a fight to us and they hit us in the mouth and we never quite responded. I don't know if the moment was too big for our guys. I don't know. We can be up here searching for answers. I'm not the excuse maker or whatever. The fact is they played better than we did. They hit us early and we never responded. Second half, I thought we played capable, but, you know, when you're down 25, 29, whatever the score was, it was just ridiculous, right? So hats off to them. I don't think they missed a shot, for 8-minute mark, and we had hands up. So kudos to them, especially Krosky. Krosky had 30 points in 23 minutes. I thought that was the difference in the game. He just really separated and he made everyone on their team a little more relaxed in this environment. And normally in this environment, the first team that settles down is the one that wins. And we never settled our nerves. It just seemed like we were jittery and we was doing things that was uncharacteristic, and we just turned the basketball over way too many times to give ourselves a chance to win the basketball game.
Last night obviously was just buzzer beating shot down to the wire. Do you think your guys ever really transitioned from last night to get ready to play this game? Just kind of coming from that high.
Yeah, it's hard. That's a great question. I can't actually pinpoint it because it was an emotional high for a lot of those guys, right? And so you guys at HBCU game day do a remarkable job, and then a lot of people take what you guys have, and then it runs with the Associated Press, and now it's on ESPN and Pat McAfee and all of these shows, and these kids have phones, and they see it, right? And so that social media is kind of a gift and a curse. It's okay to retweet it and repost it. That's the world that we live in, but now you still got another team that's awaiting you, and so I thought we were prepared. We went over everything. Again, once you're playing a team 3 times, you know what they're doing. We know it, vice versa. We just didn't execute, right? I thought the intentions was there, but the execution was poor. And that starts with me, and it trickled on down.
Coach, you briefly mentioned it, but just playing on the back-to-back and knowing the team has rest, do you think that played a little bit of part in it as well?
Yeah, because we've been on the other end of that. And so, when you're coming in well-rested, especially them, because they're playing a lot of guys anyway, so they're not playing anyone over 15, 20 minutes, right? A lot of times. So not only do they get the day of rest, they get the extra bodies of rest. We got a lot of injuries, and we're dependent on guys to go 36 minutes, 30 minutes, et cetera, et cetera. And now once you get to this point in the season, it has not only such a physical toll, but emotional toll on you. And then once you win the way we won last night, it's like, man. And I told the guys in last night after the win, I said, your phone is blowing up now. But remember how your phone is after a loss. It ain't too, it's just mama and grandma and them after the loss, and maybe your girlfriend. But when you win, it's people coming out the woodwork saying, congratulations, I knew you could do it, da-da-da. We got to stay in the moment and stay humble. So hats off to South Carolina State. You know, I don't want to reflect on what we didn't do. I'm the guy that comes up and give them credit because Eric has done a remarkable job, you know, building that team. And they were problematic from the start because they returned the most people in the conference, right? And so we're talking about this NIL portal thing. You know, just having a year of experience with 6, 7, 8, 9 guys on your team, we're going into the next year. You know what they're doing. They know the culture. They know what you're expecting, and they can play that. And I think tomorrow night you're seeing 2 teams that were successful in the retention rates of this NIL thing, which is difficult in the HBCU era. You know, I think Norfolk got about 5 or 6 6-year guys on it. They got to be the oldest team in the nation. You know what I'm saying? They 30 years old. They drove themselves here, right? And Rob has done an outstanding job with them as well as Eric. But you're seeing 2 teams that have, you know, a lot of guys coming back. Us, on the other hand, we had so many new guys. We're just still fighting and trying to, you know, get it right. So we have to make the necessary adjustments in this NIL portal era to get back where we should be.
All right, Coach, now that the season is over, I think we spoke right after the A&T game, and we talked about the team's identity, and you're saying, let's put our foot on their neck, and how you hadn't used it yet, but you're saying hopefully by the end of this season, we will reflect what my teams usually look like. Do you feel like you ever got to that point?
I didn't feel like I got to that point, man. You got so many new guys, and on top of that, you got so many injuries, and it's like, wow, like we're missing so many guys that just, it's the coulda, shoulda, woulda game. Like we got a 6'10" guy that's back at home. I'm like, man, like he had season-ending surgery. And so it's kind of hard to establish the chemistry and the camaraderie and develop the confidence from one game to the next because, you know, you really don't know your team like that. And they really don't know each other like that. And so such is life. We're not complaining about it. We're going to go back and, you know, try to do this thing and build it the right way. You know, in this era, you just got to make the necessary adjustments. And, you know, we can sit here and cry over spilled milk and, you know, shoot, tomorrow it might be 13 guys in the portal. That's the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure. So we'll just deal with it as we move forward, and we'll come back and develop a plan on how we can kind of get some more retention and get some more valuable pieces in so we can reestablish our culture. Thank you.
Are there any remaining questions from the media? Coach Moden, any closing remarks?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys, man. You guys have been phenomenal each week, tuning in with us, covering us. We don't take that for granted. You know, I know, you know, a lot of times what you guys do, you're kind of like an airplane pilot, right? Everybody flies from here to there, but when the plane stops, they just reach over into the overhead bin, get their luggage, and walk off the plane. Nobody tells the pilot, thank you for getting me from A to B. But I just wanted to say thank you, brothers and sisters, for, you know, covering us every single week, man. You're writing tremendous articles on us and just promoting our basketball league, man, because we definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Moden and VJ, for joining us. That will conclude our press conference.